Hey everyone, this is Hannah with the Rocket Miner giving you another news update. Today I just want to quickly go over the COVID numbers, where we're at in Wyoming, give an update on the school district, and some Christmas events that are happening now and coming up. For today in Wyoming, we are at 33,203 confirmed cases and 5,020 probable cases. Today we are down to 4,033 active cases. Unfortunately, the death number has gone up again. We're at 299 deaths. This is after 19 more deaths were added by the Wyoming Department of Health yesterday. Looking at these, obviously the deaths continue to go up. We continue to see more confirmed cases. As I pointed out on Tuesday, our active case number has been going down pretty significantly. But I was reminded in a conversation recently that obviously there are a lot of factors to keep in mind when you think about the numbers and what that means. With the active case numbers going down, I do hope that overall that downward trend is what's going on in Wyoming right now, that people are recovering, that we're not having as much spread, as many new active cases. But there are always factors to keep in mind. I was reminded that during, especially around Thanksgiving time, when things were getting really overwhelmed, and with the holiday, there were limits on how many tests were done. With things being overwhelmed, the testing was limited in happening, and then also pretty behind in giving people their results. So obviously factors like that are going to influence what the numbers look like and what they're doing. The numbers are a guideline for us to see where we're at as a state. But we need to always remember that the numbers are helpful, but they don't always tell us everything. And usually the trend with COVID has been there are a lot more cases than what we see in the numbers. I think especially now with things like testing being more limited, being short-handed on who they have to do the testing and to get those results out to people, I think it's pretty safe to say that we do have a lot more active cases than just what we see reflected in what is confirmed. So that is something that is important to keep in mind. People have made arguments in the past, and I've even heard them saying this again recently, that if you don't want so many cases, you should stop doing so many tests. That's not how it works. This is a virus and a disease, and if you have it, you have it, whether or not you have a test confirming that you have it. So it's still important for people to realize that if you're sick, even if you don't know what it is right away, or if you choose not to get tested, please stay home. Even if you think it's just a cold, it may not be, and that could drastically influence someone else's life, even if it doesn't influence yours as much. So that's important to keep in mind, that the cases are still out there, they are still happening and still a reality, regardless of what we see in the numbers. But we have continued to see the general downward trend in our confirmed active cases. An update on some school district news. Sweetwater County School District Number 2, their Board of Trustees met this week, and they approved a revised policy that will allow students to register for kindergarten at a younger age, contingent on a readiness assessment. They've been talking about making this change. This week they approved it. So under the new and approved change, a student can register for kindergarten in the year in which the student's 5th birthday falls on or before August 1st. The previous policy that was in place had the date of September 15th for when their birthday was. So that's just been moved up some so that they can register for kindergarten earlier, but they do have the assessments and things that they have to go through to make sure that they're ready and to actually register. But that change was approved this week, and you can see more details on that and the previous policy and what that entails at rocketmeyer.com. Then I wanted to give a heads up about 2 Christmas events that are happening. The first is Stuff the Bus, and that's going on right now. 2 local businesses have come together and teamed up in order to fill a bus full of toys for local kids who are in need this Christmas. So this is Standard Motor and Laybus. They are hosting this. This is their first Stuff the Bus Christmas toy drive. So there is a bus that is parked outside of Standard Motor, and you can go and literally stuff the bus with toys. They'll be accepting toys until December 22nd. Every toy donation of a $5 or greater value is going to be entered into a drawing for one of two prizes, either a Citadel Boss 25 12-gauge semi-automatic shotgun or a 65-inch Samsung Smart TV. And the prize drawing for those will be on December 23rd. Then the toys that the bus is filled with will be passed out also on December 23rd at Standard Motor. And you can nominate a child or family who is in need this Christmas to receive those toys. And you can do that at Standard Motor. Also, those who nominate a child or family for the toys will receive one ticket toward the prize drawing with a limit of one per person. So as I said, that's happening now. You can go get toys into that bus. This is an awesome thing that they're doing to not only provide gifts to people in need this Christmas, but then to have the drawing for the people who participate. It's just a really awesome way for the community to come together and support each other. Another Christmas event that is upcoming will be on Saturday, December 19th, and that is a drive-thru live nativity. So everyone's invited to follow 1,500 luminaries as they will lead the way through the journey through this live nativity. This is put on by a community of different Christian churches in Green River. And as I said, that'll be on Saturday, December 19th. It will be from 6 to 9 p.m. at the Church of the Nazarene. That's at 630 Riverview Drive in Green River. You can come see this live nativity. They'll have all of the people there and also some real animals, some lambs, a burro, and a horse. And they will have the lights out to guide the vehicles through. Anyone who's driving through is asked to dim their lights and stay inside their cars, but they can lower the windows to hear music that will be played through that. This drive-thru nativity is a safe social distancing alternative to the event that these churches usually do, which is their community choir handles Messiah performance and Christmas Carol sing-along. Since they couldn't have that this year out of concern for COVID-19, they decided to go ahead and do this drive-thru nativity. So anyone interested can go check that out on the 19th. So those are the updates that I had for you from today, and keep checking back with us for more news, and I hope everyone has a good night.